Hey everyone, it is 7 o'clock and it's Tuesday night. Together mean I'm here with you. So I'm DJ Stutz and I'm with Little Hearts Academy USA, and I'm also the host of the Imperfect Heroes podcast. And I'm so happy to be with you guys. So before we get started, I just want to remind you that we have a great opportunity right now on the website. So it's www.littleheartsacademyusa.com, and it's a chance for you to register for free workshops called Parent Perspectives, and they are live, and they are the first, no, sorry, the fourth Thursday of every month at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. If you can't make that time, don't worry. We're going to post the replays and you can get it then. So you can just register for that. It's free. And then also, we've got the Imperfect Heroes Insiders, and that's where you're going to get added content. I've got book reviews. I have songs you can sing with your kiddos and have some fun with them and teach them a few things through music. And so there's just all kinds of fun things added, uh, extras, take outtakes from the podcast, and lots of fun things. So if you just go to the website, register for either or both, then you'll be part of our family, and we would love that. All right, today we are talking about episode 148. Can you believe that? Seems like it wasn't that long ago we were celebrating our 100th episode. But today we were talking about 148, and it's a fifth Monday of the month. So we are doing themes, and we have four deep dive episodes on whatever that theme is. But when there's the fifth Monday, then I'm able to pull from some of my other recordings that I have with amazing guests. And this week we're talking about attachment and bonding and what that does for our kids. And my guest is Laurie Couture. And Laurie and I have a lot in common in that we both adopted children out of foster care, and that brings on a whole new bag of attachment. And how do you manage that? We talked a little bit about that, but you know what? Whether they're adopted or whether they're your DNA kiddos, they need to be attached to you. And dads, I'm talking to you too. They need both of you. And so when there's a disruption in their attachment process, it can cause all kinds of trouble. And the key year, honestly, is that first year. And so, we think, oh, they're babies, whatever. But they're the most fun to hold, let's be honest at that point. But we want to be able to make sure that we are meeting their needs. And in the first year, they only understand needs, actually. Later on, wants are going to come into play, but when they need you to hold them because they're feeling lonely or unsafe or unwell, there's a ton of reasons that they want to be held. Maybe they just want to be with you, and isn't that the greatest compliment of all? That they need their mommy, they need their daddy. And so we want to make sure that we are holding them, that we are singing to them, we are making sure they are being fed on a regular schedule, that they're getting their sleep on a regular schedule, and that we are making sure that they just are being held and talked to. So you talk to them, they don't understand a lot of what you're saying, but they're going to. They're going to learn. They learn more in that first year of life, comparing from where they start to where they end, than they will learn the whole rest of their life. It's an amazing year. So we want to make sure that we're making that attachment. And Laurie and I talked a lot about, that skin to skin effort and that the bonding that takes place with that skin to skin. And as they get older, they still need that. It may not be, bare chest to bare chest as they get older, but it can be, a hand massage, a tap on the head, or a back rub, or just that holding you too and touching their face, and helping them feel that calm and that peace. But when we touch our skin to their skin, it's a different sensation, and it does a different reaction in their brain and in their body. And so we want to make sure that we're giving them those opportunities to have that bond and that, fun um, touch. And then another thing that we talked about is that a secure attachment between the parents and the kids. And I can't say this enough. Daddy, this is for you too. They need you, they want you, and they need you. And it is your responsibility to be part of that attachment process that's going on. And so when we're meeting their needs is when that attachment starts becoming more secure. And we talk about homeostasis, that state of mind in your brain where everything is balanced and even, right? And we want our kids to be able to experience that as much as possible. Is there a difference between want and needs? Yes, there are. But we also, they need to, even if we're denying them a want, you can't have that toy at the store. You can't have that cookie right now. We're almost ready with dinner. When they want those things, the way that we talk to them and manage it is going to have a lot to do with how our relationships grow. And so we talked about those kinds of things, the things like cuddling in and reading a book with them or singing songs with them, going outside and playing with them, and then encouraging them even to be able to try new things and to reach out. And that isn't that how they learn how to crawl? Isn't that how they learn how to walk? It's also how they're going to learn how to hit a baseball or climb a tree or ride a bike. All of those things come from trying new things, having the confidence, and having a parent behind them that's saying, you can do this, you've got this. And when they fail, that's okay, because that's part of learning too. And in fact, we learn so much more from when we fail. But when we have someone there that's not going to beride us, belittle us, get angry with us, get frustrated with us because we can't get it, because they can't get it, first, second, 45th time, but they remain encouraging and supportive, that's when you're going to be building those secure attachments. You're also building the ability to believe in themselves, to try new things, to persevere. Oh, and that's our theme for next month. So isn't that kind of cool? So all of these things come into play because they have this secure attachment to mom and dad. And then even siblings have an opportunity to do that and to make that attachment strong. And how we present it to our kids when they are an older brother or sister, um, that's going to have a lot to do with how they attach with the younger sibling and making sure that they are feeling included and they don't lose out on those attachment moments with you as well. And so it's one of the things that I think my mom was really good at, um, because I had this little, so I was the oldest, and there were two brothers, and then when I was 7, a little sister came along. When I was 10, the twin boys came along, and when I was 2 weeks before I turned 17, the last one, Danny, came along, and it was just mom was really good at helping us see the value of those relationships and supporting us in developing those relationships. And in fact, I can tell you that I have never ever had an argument with my little sister. And in fact, the twins or Danny either. The two brothers that were closer to me, there was a little bit, there was some of that, but we all are loving each other. We all get along great. But one of the things that I saw with my relationship with my little sister was, first off, I felt like I was her protector because there were all these boys in the family, right? And it was her and me against them. And my mom also did a really good job of keeping little sister out of my things. And so with 7 years, I would be off at school and she's still a toddler and running around at home. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. And she took on babysitting some other kids to get some extra money. I remember it was after the twins were born, but she helped me to understand that the relationship that I was going to have with my little sister was the relationship I chose. And so if I wanted to have a relationship that was contentious and angry, that's I could do that and I could be jealous, I could get mad, stupid little sister, you're in my way. Or if I wanted a relationship that was loving and where she would look up to me and think the world of me, then that was up to me too. And mom did a great job of showing me how to develop that security and that relationship with my little sister. And then as we're doing those things with our older kids and helping them to be attached to their other family members, they are also learning how to be good moms and dads as they get older and how that process works and how to make it happen. And so I think that it's really important for us then to not only just understand how we are making that secure attachment, but how to teach our children and encourage them to make those attachments with each other. Because society has a big emphasis on independence, of course, but is it the right kind of independence? So there are a lot of things in our society that are pulling our kids away from their families, from respecting mom and dad, from connecting with their siblings. And it's it's really sad to see, but we need to, as parents, it is our job to make sure that we are a key. Now, it doesn't mean do we keep them from having friendships and other relationships, a teacher they love, a coach that they respect? No. In fact, if they are more secure and feel strengthened and bonded to us, they are going to have more healthy relationships with others outside of the family as well. But it's through the family that we are going to learn about how to build relationships with our future families, right? How to be that good dad, how to be a good mom, and to talk about it and say, you're going to be a mommy someday. You're going to need to know this. This is what's going to help you. And when you're that example and you're talking about it and you're showing them and you're building it through your relationship with your child, it's going to be fantastic. So I hope that you'll listen. It's episode 148. And it's The Art of Attachment is the name of it. Laurie Couture, and she is a therapist. Like I said, she adopted out of foster, and she also has done a ton of work on attachment therapy with kids, things that she learned and came to realize that people needed help through her adoption experience as well. So give us a listen. It's a wonderful program. And I don't want you to forget, please go to our website, www.littleheartsacademyusa.com, and register for the Imperfect Heroes Insiders and or and the Parent Perspective workshops. Both are free. They're not going to cost you anything, but you know, my heart and soul is into helping parents understand kids, how they grow, how they learn, and what we can do as parents to overcome our own triggers and our own anxieties and frustrations to be the parents that our kids need us to be imperfectly, of course. And so until next week, let's find joy in parenting. See you later, guys.